Okay, you might think that you're disciplined right now because you do some things that you don't really like, okay? But realistically, right now, you probably have a goal, don't you? Whatever that is. So this channel, if you don't know who I am, my name's Simchan. I try to help artists trying to reach their goals, right? But if you have a goal to create, let's say, an album, okay, and you've been kind of just putting it off, and you might work on it maybe 1 day a week, you might try to work on a song for a little bit, and you realize, you kind of, you like it a little bit, and you say to yourself, oh, I might come back to it, but you never do, and then you look back at it a month later, and you realize you don't like it, and you scrap it. Not the best, okay? Now, first of all, don't bin any of your songs and all that, okay? Keep it somewhere, anywhere, okay? Just somewhere. You don't have to look at it, but just keep it somewhere, just in case, okay? But the reason why I'm saying that the undisciplined are slaves, okay? Well, the undisciplined are slaves is because the very definition of discipline is to be able to do something even when you don't feel like it, correct? Right? Well, if you're undisciplined, then you're gonna more likely do things that are easy for you, that feel good. And today, a lot of things are going to feel good. Okay? Now, I'm not gonna say to you to never eat popcorn, to never eat sweets. Okay, I'm not gonna say that to you. All right. What I want you to be aware of is that if you follow, if you keep doing these kind of things and you don't really see it as that bad, it can be very easily addictive. Okay, you can be very addicted to it. And what I found anyway is that when I put myself down that path, which I did quite recently, then I started realizing, oh, I'm putting less effort into the channel. That is not good, okay? So you have to be very, very careful about these kind of things. You kind of have to watch yourself. I just, yeah, that was my bad, all right? But I know that art, especially art anyways, it is mentally draining, sometimes physically draining, but most importantly, emotionally draining, especially if you're creating new art pieces, okay? It is very, very tiring, which is kind of why a lot of artists, especially because artists in general, they have very chaotic minds. That is the reason why a lot of artists, like those who are very expressionistic, all right, they're also quite frantic. Okay, I don't know if that makes sense. I'll try to be able to explain it later. But basically, you need to be very careful. You need to try to discipline as much. You need to discipline yourself as much as you can, okay? Because it will always be tiring. Art is just a journey. It is going to be so tiring for you, okay? But I'm telling you, the more and more you do it, the easier and easier it will get because you will be more accustomed to it, right? It's a bit like, oh geez, I don't know if you've seen the movie Kung Fu Panda 2. Awesome movie. You should definitely watch it. But there was this one scene between Tigress and Po. They were on a boat. You might know what I'm talking about. Okay? Po punches Tigress's hand, okay, to like practice his punching power, and he nearly breaks it. Okay? There's a shock wave and he nearly breaks it. And then Tigress apologizes and says to Po that she'd been punching a tree since she was like 3 years old. Just this tree over and over again. That's why her hands are so tough. Okay? It's a bit like that. Okay? If you want to do something, if you want to create an album, but you've only been creating songs every so often like that, it's going to be hard. Of course it's going to be hard. Okay? But as long as you put in some discipline, knowing that like, oh, I'm going to be kind of tired, but I'm going to try to do it anyways, even a tiny, tiny bit of effort. Let's even say, and I would recommend this for you, especially if you find it kind of hard to stick to things, okay? Even if you think about it, just a little bit, okay? Let's say you even pick up an instrument, all right? Because you want to write a song, but you've just been struggling to write the song. Pick up the instrument, and if you picked it up, you've worked on the song, okay? That sounds ridiculous. I know, all right? But the fact is that as long as you keep picking it up, you're going to progress more and more. Because who the hell, think about it, who the hell picks up an instrument and then realizes, okay, I don't want to write, and you just drop it? You're going to do something, aren't you? Eventually, you're going to do something, okay? Like, let's say you probably like video games a lot, okay? Let's say I give you a controller, all right? Like every single day, I gave you a controller once, and I wanted you to stop playing for some reason, right? You'd probably be addicted to it because I kept on giving you the chance, right? This is the same instance. Pick up the pen, whatever it is. If you write stories, pick up the pen, or open up a Word document, I guess, pick up the instrument, whatever it is, pick up the paintbrush just once, and then you will find that you will progress more and more and more. Stick to it, okay? It will be very uncomfortable at the start, but eventually you'll start to build it up. You need to keep going. Right now you are level 0, but eventually you'll be level 1, then level 2, then level 3. Then you'll be level 100, and you'll be able to put in hours of just creativity, all right, in just this one day to create songs or whatever you want. Okay, just be patient with yourself. Try to discipline yourself, okay? Because I don't want you to try to be a slave to your own emotions, to just go off to, I guess, play video games, eat sweets and all that, all right? I'm not your dad, but at the same time, I want you to achieve your goals, okay? Because I believe that that's my purpose here right now. Hopefully this was helpful. I know I sound like a dad, but if you found this helpful anyways, you can subscribe and you can see more videos like this. If you have any video ideas, please let me know as well, just in the comment down below. And even if you have a goal in mind, okay, if you want to keep yourself kind of accountable, you can even write down what you want to achieve. It could literally just be, I want to write an album. I want to write a song. That's it, okay? Write it down there, and then I'll be able to see, I'll know, okay? And if you upload it onto YouTube, I will know, all right? So you better follow up on that promise. But that is only if you're willing to take the challenge, okay? I will see you, hopefully, later. Bye-bye.